Hi, Jeffrey Langlois, Langlois Vital Nutrition Center here in Brookfield, Wisconsin. Our mission is to help you improve your health naturally by helping you to take better care of your health and for you to take charge of your health. Your health is your responsibility, nobody else's, okay? Your job to take care of your health. And that means you have to get educated and get smart because there's nobody else that's going to do it for you, okay? And when you're healthy, you have your wealth. You'll have better relationships. You'll have more energy. You'll be able to achieve some of the dreams in your life. Okay, I'm a big fan of keeping score. You always hear me talk about keeping score. You know I love the hair analysis, of course, for the minerals. Most important, but equally amazing test that's incredible is this thing called the heart sound recorder. So it's a microphone. And today's version looks like this. This is a microphone, and it's going to listen to the sound of my heart. Okay, so it's a stethoscope, just like your doctor would use, except it's a stethoscope, let's say times 10, or I don't know the exact number, but I've heard it's much more powerful. Now, this original piece of equipment was invented way back in the 1950s by the genius known as Royal Lee, the founder of Standard Process, probably the greatest functional nutritionist of the last 100 years, who understands that our bodies are merely starving to death for nutrients. Okay, disease is a malnourishment of the body not being able to heal itself, okay? And he said that the heart eats first. So he developed this machine and to print out heart grafts. So looks like some of them got torn off a little bit in here, but there is little squiggly lines on there. I'm going to just close it up. We don't want. So this is an antique. That is the heart sound recorder. So let me come back to my point here is the heart eats first. What's the most important muscle in your body? Your heart. Got to keep your heart going. It beats 100,000 times a day. So we take a powerful microphone. This is the new digital version of it. And we listen to the sounds of your heart. And you end up with a graph that looks like this. This is my heart sound recorder from last week. Okay, so this is also a perfect heart sound recorder, is this one here. So what you have here, we can look at mine right here. What you have here, that loud boom, is the heart. There you have 4 chambers, okay, is contracting. It's that big sound. It's pushing out the blood. It's going to pause for a fraction of a second. Okay, this all takes place in about 1 second. Your heart generally beats 60, 70, 80 times a minute. So it's going to pause. Then it's going to relax again. It's going to fill with blood. It's going to push it out. It's going to pause. It's going to relax, okay? So we're just recording that sound, and nutrition changes this. It's amazing to watch the nutrition change the function of your heart. So let me give you an incredible example here. Mine have been generally pretty good. I got a couple things here in the pulmonic and the respiratory one here that I have to work on. You can see that's not as strong, so I started on a couple things for that. But this is a gentleman. I'm going to actually cross out his name here, and who had a heart attack 2 years ago. I think it was two years ago, maybe 3. He's off all his. He was on 6 medications after the heart attack, and he should have been, right? I mean, he had a heart attack. You had to keep him alive, and that's what doctors are really good for. Okay, is keeping you alive with drugs and surgery, but they never fix the underlying problem. Sadly, we had 2 computers doing this, and I I think the original one, right after the heart attack, is not in his current file. But this is a very, very busy heart that's making a lot of noise and not very relaxed here. You see how it's constantly jumping. Yeah, and his first ones were even worse than this. Again, if you compare that to mine up here, which are pretty close to ideal. Might be, there's a couple little things I'm working on, but that's an ideal, excellent heart. The heart is going to work and it's going to rest. It needs to rest a lot because it works so hard. So it's a work, the red, and then the rest. Work, rest, work, rest, work, rest, work, rest, okay? 100,000 times a day. Here is the gentleman with the heart attack. And this was a follow-up visit in June of 2020. Here we are in January, so 6 months later. Oh my God. Okay. 6 months later, boom to boom. That is a much healthier heart. Okay. And then you still see here, though, there is some, let's just look at the top one here. It's not, you look at that first sound, we call that the first sound. It's a little weak and kind of jaggy. It's not clean and smooth. You want it to be clean and smooth. A little hard with it. The camera's like backwards. I'm always like, which is? So it's just a boom. Okay, so that was number 2. And now we just did this for him. So that was, and we just did it for him in December. So we waited about 11, 12 months, which is probably too long. But hey, and look at this. Wow. I mean, this heart, compare that to a year and a half ago. That's a heart that's not getting a lot of rest. Okay, it's very busy. And oh, by the way, he is now, look at that bottom one. That's darn near perfect. That pulmonic is fabulous. That bottom one is really darn near perfect down here. These are those are beautiful. A couple of the top ones still need a little work, and we're working on them. 6 medications to 0 medications, from 6 to 0. Okay, he's off all medication. His blood pressure's down. He's doing very well. So, got to be able to keep score. This is one of the best ways to keep score, is with the heart sound recorder. Okay, old version still works if I knew how to use it. Couldn't find an owner's manual for it. I mean, it's 70 years old. And the new digital version. Okay, so take care of your heart, and your heart will take good care of you. All right, make it a great day, and I'll see you on the next video.